I watched nearly half this movie before I realized it was filmed somewhere near where I live. In Cincinnati, Ohio. It's Drewski McGillicuddy's Point Blank Movie Review. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and I feel like it's been a while, but I've been busy dealing with some stuff. But hey, I figure why not do a patron request. This was requested by John Stanton. He requested Point Blank. What side am I doing? Point Blank. Which I'll just put it over here. Point Blank from 2019. And this is a Netflix movie, so if you have Netflix, you can find it streaming for free on Netflix, even though we all know how Devon Graham feels about hashtag fuck streaming. And honestly, I don't have a Netflix account. I had to borrow John's Netflix account just to watch this movie because he wanted me to review it. And I've been sitting here slacking on this movie for 3 months now or something like that. I don't know. But I finally redeemed myself and I watched Point Blank from 2019, and it's got Falcon Crest. It's got that black guy that flies around in the Avengers. And I don't really like his character in the Avengers, but in this movie, he plays Paul, and he's a nurse. He's a male nurse, and he does a pretty good job. And then there's Frank Garufalo, or Grillo. Frank Grillo. He's been in several Captain America movies. He's a very grizzled, chiseled, scruffy looking individual. And so basically what had happened was there's a high profile murder. And then there's this guy, and he's got this thing, and these people want this thing because he's going to tell all this other stuff. And it's oh shit. And then he get hit by a car and end up in the hospital. And then his partner in crime contacts this Paul. Actually, no, he doesn't contact him. Well, he connects with him because Paul's going in to change his catheter, and then he gets snuck up on from behind and gets sucker punched in the back of the head. And then the next thing you know, these motherfuckers done kidnapped his wife, and they gonna kill her because they need him to get his brother out of the hospital, which is Frank Garufalo and Gorilla glue.
No, like a gas Grillo.
I don't even know if the new microphone. By the way, everybody, I got a new microphone, new lights. We're just testing it out. I figure I'd see what it looks like with a dark background and these terrible shadows, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing! This dude that's in the hospital's brother tells him, you gotta get him out, I'm gonna kill your wife, blah, 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 and then something about your baby. So it's what would you do in this situation? Obviously, you'd get this dude out of the hospital. And it's kind of a fun little journey. And then somewhere along the way, I realized that this is a remake of a 19-something or other movie that had came out a while ago. Because I thought, there's an awful lot of cliches in this movie, yet somehow it kind of feels original. But then, it ended up being a remake. So basically, this is one of those movies where somebody's got something that somebody else wants because that something will incriminate someone and someone else and a bunch of other people, and we can't have that happen. So these people must all die at no cost, and it's basically a series of car chases and shootouts and just chase scenes. And then, you got this guy who's supposed to be the bad guy, and you're not supposed to give a shit about him or his piece of shit partner in crime who happens to be his brother. And then somehow you kind of start feeling for him because you start finding out stuff as the plot turns. But it's still some of the stuff they do is irredeemable. That involves a pregnant lady, and it's I don't know, the whole thing about the pregnant lady and the violence against it just bothered me, okay? But other than that, I mean, the chemistry between Frank Garufalo and Hawk Crest Falcon guy. Anthony Mackie. It was really good. You know, I liked both of them. And like Frank Ruffalo, I'd like to see him in more movies because he was pretty damn good in this. And he's got like, you know, that charisma and that like charm. Because even though I guess he was supposed to be a bad guy, I don't know. You have to figure that out for yourself if you watch this. But I felt like he was a very charming individual for, you know, being like kind of sleazy.
He's a career criminal.
Are you going to be over there crunching, making noise? So anyway, I don't know what else to say about this movie other than it was a really fun ride. And there were points where I was thinking I wasn't going to end up liking it as much as I did because I was thinking this is one of those 6 out of 10 movies where it was definitely worth a watch. But honestly, you never know. It might be worth watching again. So I would definitely give it, you know, maybe a 6.5. I wanted to give it up to a 7, but there was just something about, like, there's way too many cliches in it for me. Like, it just, like, things being, like, at the right moment, at the right time, just because the plot needed it to be. And I don't want to explain it to you, just in case you haven't seen this, because this is one of those movies that people might not have seen. And they might be interested in, because I could see a lot of people liking this movie because it is fast-paced. It's just, some of the stuff is just like, oh my God. But overall, I enjoyed it. You know, it was just as good as Halloween. Never mind, we'll cut that joke out. Nobody remembers that anyway. But anyway, Point Blank. Have you seen it? It's on Netflix. You might as well watch it. There you go. That's my fancy rating for it. It's on Netflix. You might as well watch it. I have no idea. I took a break from my hibernation to do this patron request because John Stanton has been so generous as a patron this whole time. So this is to thank him. And I know there's several other patrons out there who I owe a movie review to. But I got that winter depression, man. You ever get that winter depression? I get out of bed, I go to work, and then I just want to come home and get back into bed because it gets dark at fucking 5 o'clock, man. Luckily, it hasn't been too cold outside. Like, I mean, it just got into the 30s this past week, but it's been relatively warm all year, all decade. Anyway, there's like buttons and stuff that I need to start mentioning at the beginning of the video or something, and you can subscribe, and then you can consider donating to my Patreon, and then like it'll help pay for these new lights, and then teach and encourage me to learn me how to use the damn things and whatnot. Otherwise, you know, there's the other socials that you can follow me on. No, I'm a personal business. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore, but if you've liked this, just I don't fucking know. Just go. I love you. Bye.